What is the pulse of the city that you live in? We're recording this the day after the NFC Championship.
Julie, it's exactly what you just said. Packers fans feel like the Packers could have beaten the Bucs. That Tom Brady threw 3 picks in that game, 2 of which were intercepted by Jair Alexander. They had opportunities. They're in the red zone knocking on the door, and they come up almost empty-handed. Actually, it would have been worse than empty-handed because they kick a field goal instead of going for it on 4th down late in the game. A lot of questions, about leadership and decision-making, and then this huge elephant in the room right now, which is Aaron Rodgers done in Green Bay? Which you would think well, no, he's got a couple years left on his contract. Why in the world would this be a conversation? Except that Aaron Rodgers isn't shutting it down. Aaron Rodgers, I think, wants to be in control. And I think that there is a thought process out there that says that he may go to the brass and ask them to renegotiate his contract to get him a little bit more guaranteed money, which would make it harder for the team to move on from him. So it is very much a conversation in Wisconsin right now, not just the fact that they fell short of making it to the Super Bowl with yet again a really good team, 13-3 for the regular season, but also that it could be the end of Aaron Rodgers' time in Green Bay.
I know, and that's so crazy to think because the way, at least in which he answered questions about Matt LaFleur's decision-making to go for the field goal is that he seemed as though he was just towing the company line and it's not my decision, I just, did whatever, blah, 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 sounding a la Ron Swanson from Parks and Recreation. But the idea that he could go somewhere else, you are a radio host, you listen to everyone calling in and telling their thoughts and opinions. What happens with Aaron Rodgers next year?
I think he's back in Green Bay. I just think it makes too much sense to keep him around. The only thing that would really jettison him, Julie, is a general manager's ego. The fact that they drafted Jordan Love, it would kind of be one of those tug of wars between, they call it a bleep measuring contest. I don't know if that tracks well on your show, but I think that's really what it would come down to. If Rodgers went somewhere else, it would be one of them kind of saying oh, you think you're going to dictate to me? Oh, you think you're going to dictate to me? And look, we've seen that in sports before, right? When a guy feels like he's earned the right to say how he goes out. Wait, hold on. That happened here in Wisconsin with Brett Favre years and years ago. And here we are again with Aaron Rodgers potentially having a similar sort of ugly ending to his tenure. I think people are hoping to just wait and see. I saw a lot of people who said this is just an overreaction, but you mentioned it. I told the guys this morning, the fact that Rodgers said, I didn't know we weren't going to go for it on 4th down. If I had known we were going to kick a field goal on 4th down, I would have called a different play on 3rd down. Maybe there's some cracks in that foundation of this bromance that they had led us to believe existed in Green Bay, because that doesn't sound like a coach and a quarterback who are on the same page, right? You would think that before you go out there for that drive, Rodgers would know whether this is 4-down territory or, hey man, you've got 3 chances to punch it in, and if you don't, I'm sending Mason and the field goal unit out. So again, keep your eye on how all of this shakes out. Green Bay would kind of do itself some favors to get it all ironed out quickly so that it doesn't just roll on into the offseason.